a slide on this that I put together in 1986 because I realized how lucky I am to have things fall the right way. But having said that, I tell many entrepreneurs, give yourself a chance to get lucky. Now, what I mean by that is give yourself more time, try more things. In the parlance of sports, and I'm a hockey fan, a San Jose Sharks hockey fan, I say take more shots on goal. If you take more shots on goal, you're likely to get more lucky. When you're running out of money, if you extend your runway or find a way to hang on by your bare knuckles, and those of you who are real entrepreneurs, you've seen all this and seen the low side of the roller coaster.
I'm going to take this a bit further.
Okay.
There are two things. First of all, I love the fact that luck is a lady, but beside that. But that piece that you wrote, okay, on the roller coaster of an entrepreneur, there are very high highs and definitely. You talk a lot about the dark days and the low lows.
Well, look, the press writes about great stories and glorifies entrepreneurship. And it should, because entrepreneurs change the world. And we can talk about it later, but no large business innovation, societally impactful innovation has, as far as I can tell, come out of a big company. People you'd expect to do it. I should more accurately say almost all or most of the large innovations that have affected society. And even in a seemingly impossible world, whatever you want to make happen, if you try enough. And that's the message I want to leave people with. So I feel like I helped start the first programming class at NEIIT. I helped start the first biomedical engineering program at NEIIT. I tried to start a soy milk company in India when I was in college. That failed, didn't get off the ground, mostly because they told me it takes 7 years to get a phone line to start my business. And I only started because I used to waste time every day going to the milkman while he milked the cow to get milk. That was sort of life every day. And so, heck, I said, why not start soy milk, which doesn't need refrigeration and can heat it up. So, let me give you one more piece of advice that I think I'm going off topic, but hey, I like to talk. Most people I know are limited by what they think they can do, not by what they can actually do. So whenever you get into the, that won't work, but why not try it? You do a lot more. And if you naively believe you can do a lot more, then you will actually do a lot more. And so naivete is an important part of entrepreneurship. And sort of, I love naive people going out trying to change the world because they're not limited by how they're thinking. Back to this age issue. Age isn't the problem in innovation. Too much experience in an area you're trying to innovate in is the problem.
Really?
Right? The more experience you have, the more wisdom you have about everything that can be done and can't be done, so you don't challenge that conventional wisdom, so you repeat what others have done. So it's not about age, it's about how you think and how much experience you have. So if I'm starting a healthcare company today, so we were recently recruiting for a CEO for a healthcare company, I told the recruiter, I won't meet any candidate who's ever worked in healthcare before for this job. Now that's very counterintuitive, but it is so essential to innovation. Let me put it this way. I was talking about large innovations in big companies. You'd think the traditional companies would innovate, but did Boeing and Lockheed innovate space, or did SpaceX do that? Why? Because Boeing and Lockheed knew too much about how space launches are done. General Motors worked for decades on electric vehicles and produced a dud called the EV1 with billions of dollars. Tesla innovated. NBC and CBS and others didn't innovate media. Twitter and Facebook and YouTube did. Pharmaceutical companies didn't innovate biotechnology. Genentech founder Bob Swanson was an associate at Kleiner Perkins when he started Genentech, right? Walmart didn't change retail, Amazon. So hard-pressed to think of a major innovation that came out of and established a new paradigm. And there's lots of incremental innovation examples out of big companies, but very few where they established a new paradigm. If you think about something that is true, email me. But the closest thing I could think of is because Bank of America was issuing credit in the early 70s, they issued the credit card. That was about the most radical innovation out of a big company I could come up with that changed the way people operate.
Right.
Isn't that surprising? And that should be the good news for all of you. And don't rely on those big corporate partnerships or think Cisco or somebody else can do something for you. Entrepreneurs innovate and they think from scratch and are not constrained by the conventional wisdom in the space they're innovating.